What's up, guys? ZFarls here with the Mudcast Emergency Edition. Serious Mo Wednesday morning in the building. Mo, I want to talk about what everybody's thinking right now. Why'd you wear a pea coat while you were playing?
It was cold in there, man.
Too cold at the NFL experience. Your game was cold. Let's take a look at what went down yesterday. We got this graphic here. Your first game was against Tenacious. You had to wait a long time to play it. Did that throw you off at all?
No, I mean it was a little frustrating, because I expected to play. I told everybody back home what time I'd be playing, but it didn't frustrate me. Because I still have to play the game regardless.
You've been to hundreds of Madden tournaments. They never really run on schedule.
Yeah.
I've never been to one Madden tournament that's you always get there. It's like, hey, we're going to start at noon.
Yeah.
And then guy shows up at 11:30. He's like, yo, my friend Bobby's coming at 12:30. Can you wait for him? And it's like, yeah, if he gets here, man, we can get him in. And then it's like 2 o'clock, and it's like, oh, we got 5 more guys coming. Everyone's always late. That's. We wouldn't run too far off the actual schedule, but the NFL guys jumped in front of you.
Yeah, and they obviously have a set schedule. They're not gonna just like hang out.
Right, right.
Plus,
They're ready to rock.
Actually, that could arguably have given me my first win. I think one of the NFL guys changed the camera zoom to zoom, and Tenacious was like afraid to say something. I guess he didn't.
Yeah, he played it on a zoomed-in camera. You couldn't tell that he was playing on a zoomed-in camera.
No.
Because you're on the other side of the TV, right?
No idea.
Because we, on the broadcast, I didn't broadcast that game, but people weren't sure why he was playing with that. They thought, the speculation backstage was, he's got a zoomed-in camera. When the ball snapped, it zooms out really wide.
Oh, does it?
And it goes, like, lower, I would say. Like, slightly lower, so you can kind of see more of the field. And he was holding down the trigger before the snap, so he was, like, able to see his wideouts.
Oh, so it wasn't really that big.
It was, I mean, I'm sure it was, like, somewhat jarring. Defense, I don't know if it was, I don't think it was zoomed in.
Oh, really?
I don't think.
So he had to have been doing it on purpose then.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because that wouldn't really make sense. If it wasn't,
it didn't make sense.
If it wasn't zoomed out.
Nobody knew what was happening. I figured if something was wrong, he would have raised his hand. So we had the dudes in the ref shirts there.
That's what I was thinking.
But that game against Tenacious, going into it, we're not nervous, but like he was good.
Yeah.
Did you expect? Did you not know his draft until really you saw it on the broadcast, or?
I knew who his legend was. I knew the playbook he got, he got really lucky with his playbook, in my opinion.
Titans is good, yeah.
That's like one of the best, especially if you're doing the 3-4 even stuff.
Yeah.
But man, I had a real good game plan, knowing I'd been playing in the hotel room, like playing against the different 3-4s. I knew which runs would work against which 3-4s. So I felt confident.
Can you tell before the play which 3-4 it is by like how they slid or how they crashed?
Yeah.
You can't see how they crashed, but like
which formation it is.
Yeah.
Well, basically, if it's not 3-4 even, I can run the counter.
And people were wondering why you were running the counter in the strong power.
Yeah.
Hello? Hey.
Hello?
How's it going?
You want to come back later?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. You'll be surprised, that's not the first time we've had. One time on This Week in Madden show, like 92 or something like that, Clean just walks in right in the middle of it, and she was famous. And then on show 100 we had her stage. We staged her breaking back in again.
That's funny.
In the middle of the show, but so you can tell by the 3-4. Madden 15 was last year.
Yeah.
Counter, strong power, very tough runs.
Yeah.
This year they take a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
You went back to them yesterday.
Yeah.
Nobody in the background, like, they're like, does Mo think this is Madden 15? I'm like, I think Mo knows what he's doing, so that's why you're doing that.
Yeah, I knew that the strong power would work against 3-4 even, just like off of, the top of my brain, All runs to the right really work very efficiently versus 3-4 even, and the strong power even more so because you got the extra guy pulling, and there's no defender in his gap that will come through, So like when he pulls, he's pulling freely, because there's no extra defender over there. So it's literally an extra blocker over there. It's like it's like a 2-on-1 fast break in basketball. Almost.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't make sense if it didn't work. You know.
Right, and that's I think what separates the good players from the great players. And I made this point before, but like you went to the halfback sting when your fullback dive wasn't working. Players say, "Oh, fullback dive is so good. Inside zone is so good. Run toss is so good." Yeah, everything's good, but then everybody knows it's good.
Yeah.
So then, like you knew D Jones wanted to run the toss. You took you were taking your defenders on the right side of the screen and just like chucking them out wide, and then you can't really run the toss against that. But obviously, you're giving up something else. It's just he's got to find it and take it.
And the good thing is there's no audibles, so he
Right.
has to guess before he even comes on his play, what is it going to be?
Right.
You know, what defense am I going to be in? And I think I kind of messed with his head a little bit. Like after my game with Tenacious, I said that I'd be prepared. I can stop the run, blah blah blah.
Right.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, he didn't run the ball hardly
He
at all.
changed up his game
He
plan.
barely even tried to. He just ran corner strike every play.
Yeah, Malcolm Floyd. I said after I saw your draft. Obviously, you had one other. You had Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson and Kenny Stills.
Everyone knows Deshaun Jackson's a problem, but that Malcolm Floyd's like a serious downfield option.
Yeah.
1-on-1. I mean, that's if you're playing Madden 16 1-on-1 and you want to throw it, Floyd's.
Yeah,
dude.
I took him over two elites too. I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was like Terrell Suggs and maybe Darryl Washington. Darryl Washington's middle linebacker for the Cardinals.
Darryl
Right?
Smith, or Darryl Washington. Yeah.
I think I took him over those two.
Suggs would have been good for like edge run game, but he's kind of slow. So in the Tenacious game, it just slid on him. Like it just started. Like you got up, and then it just
holding him to
getting
3
interceptions.
after I had to kick a field goal was big when he ran the toss and my guy got through.
Yeah.
I don't even know how my dude did that. I ran him in the middle, he ran a toss, and my linebacker was just like in perfect position when he was coming down towards the middle. He had like met the running back on the toss, so that was big.
Now, when you were back there, were you able to watch most of the other games going on?
Yeah.
So you saw the Nephew D Jones game.
Yeah.
What did you think of that game? I mean, I don't think anybody expected that.
Yeah, I think Nephew V just didn't really prepare for this game at all, you know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. Honestly, he got blown out, but like
it happens.
He was like getting downfield or throwing a bomb and it'll be incomplete. And then he just like doesn't know how the game works, so he would take a sack and fumble 6 or
there was
when it's
his first read he threw like downfield was like it was a tough read, but it's so frustrating. I saw you have a similar. You went for it on like an early 4th down against D Jones.
Yeah,
I think before the half, because it was like 4th and 6, and he's just playing this coverage where he just like stands there.
Yeah,
and you're like I can get this. Because, like, it's not like he's sacking you. It's just, like, you're not completing passes. So it's frustrating to play against.
Yeah, my intentions on that 4th and... I think it was 4th and 10, with 50 seconds left in half after the 50-yard line. If I get the first down, it's going to be really hard for him to win the game.
Right.
And on top of that, I ran double delays, and I figured one of his guys may blitz.
Yeah.
You know how they do that sometimes? I figured if one of his guys blitz, I'll get it easily. And
plus,
I don't think he knew how the game works. Every time it's third and 10 or longer, or 4th down, he only blitzes 2 guys.
Right.
So I knew I would get time, and I honestly thought about running the ball because all his guys would get pancaked. But then I ran with the double delays, and neither one of my guys broke free. And then I thought I had Dickerson. I thought he burnt him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then,
you chucked it. Yeah.
I really thought he burnt him.
It was there. It was just like a long way.
Yeah.
When that ball's in the air. The playmakers upfield are good, or when they break up like that. But so if you got to throw it all the way left to right as well, like by the time it actually gets there, the safeties come down. You know what I mean? So I've been there. The Skimbo Shugs game. Skimbo had super control of that game, but it was still super close.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the veteran thing, like learn how to win.
Yeah.
He closed it out, but it was closer than it needed to be because of the turnovers. It should have just been. He also passes the ball a lot, so the clock doesn't ever really his games take a long time. There's a lot of plays.
I think that game was closer than most people think because I feel like if Skimbo Skimbo would have got the ball first or anything, they were both completely locked up. Like neither one of them had any idea what to do. But Skimbo wasn't turning it over.
Right.
Suggs was turning it over. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you remember. Suggs was down 10 and he threw an out route on 4th down that should have been a pick 6.
Yeah.
And it ended up going for a touchdown.
Yes.
I thought
that
thought that Suggs would win the game when
Right.
that happened because I figured Skimbo wouldn't be able to score, and I think Skimbo did get stopped, and then Suggs fumbled for 6.
Had a fumble, yeah. And Skimbo was sacking him under center, I think, was what was going on. The problem Boog's game was just like a back and forth, bang, 7, 14, 14, 20. And problem just kept running the ball and like committed to the ground game. Now when I go to Indy playbook, when I go to Cleveland I pass. When I go to Indy I just run the ball. And everyone's like, why don't you pass? You're not good. You can't pass? And I'm like, no, it's not that I can't pass. It's part of the reason. But, like, he just ran the ball. He had, like, 20 runs, no passes.
Yeah.
But he had 250 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
But it's just, it creates so much, like, tension because every down's, like, 2nd and 6, and I got to run again. 3rd and 4, I got to run again. 4th and 3, I got to run again. Yes. 1st down. You know? So, and then Boogs had a couple big scores.
Yeah.
That I feel like when you have a 20, say you have like a 15-yard play drive, you have a long drive, and then your opponent comes back, scores on like one play, and then you get the ball back, you're like, I gotta score on 12 more plays again.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, you know, it's like a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like. And then we said you played D Jones. What ended up being the biggest play in that game? You bombed it to Floyd. It was 10-10.
Yeah.
You hit to Floyd, and then you had that sweet run-in with Dickerson to the left where you cut back in. Then he got the ball. He threw early on like a 3rd and 7 across the middle. He punted.
Yeah.
And then you scored?
Yeah. I think I got a big run. C.J. Anderson on fullback dive.
Gotcha.
I milked the clock, then I got a big run with C.J. Anderson fullback dive, then kicked a field goal with 10 seconds left.
Nice. Just clock management. Then the Skimbo problem game was crazy. Skimbo got out to an early lead. Problem came back. There was a point in that game where it was like 28-14. Skimbo threw in the end zone. Problem picked it.
Yeah.
Came back down, scored to make it 28-21. And I thought I was like, oh man. Like once he got that pick, I was like, this is how it happens.
Yeah.
Like, this is how the comeback happens. But Skimbo just kept throwing the ball and just kept moving it and was able to get out to the 10-point lead. Problem hit the bomb pass, but ended up losing by 3. What did you see in that game? And did you think Problem had just faced Boogs, who ran Gun Bunch Week, then he played Skimbo, who ran a different type of Gun Bunch Week, but similar formation.
I think the biggest play in that game was before half. Problem had the touchdown and threw a pick.
Yeah.
I think if he scores there, he's going to win the game.
Did you think he had the right slot, or
Yeah,
did you
the right
think?
slot.
Yeah, the right slot was open. Yeah. And Chancellor didn't get locked into a one-on-one on the left. Like, there was 2 guys there, but only one guy was going to make the interaction.
Yeah.
But, like, he just, like, strafed it instead. So there was not
they didn't give his wide receiver a chance.
Yeah, he just grabbed it. So that was huge before the half right there. Now, you're playing Skimbo on Thursday night at Madden Bowl, February 4th, twitch.tv/EA Sports. I mean, you got to be excited.
Yeah.
How excited are you about? I know you're like a legacy guy. You've been playing the tournament a long time. You haven't really had a Madden challenge. You had the one event, but you were too young, and then there hasn't been a few. So like this is back. It's the first event.
Yeah.
You want to start this thing going forward. You want that belt to carry.
Yeah. I mean, it's really cool. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly love Madden. I mean, I play all the time. It's what I've been doing for 5 years. I haven't done anything else. So it's really just been a grind, and hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah, for sure. You feel good about your draft? Like, now that you've played 2 games with your team, concerns?
I think I had the worst playbook in the draft, but I think that my team, it couldn't have filled out any better. You know what I mean? Because I had the one middle linebacker, Michael Hendricks. I took him first round, and then I had a chance. It was Bobby Wagner and Jonathan Hankins, and
I was surprised you didn't take Wagner. I saw that draft. I think Hankins is great at stopping the run. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's got 97 strength, 96 block shot or whatever. But I was like, like, dang, like Wagner for what you want to do,
But
fits.
the thing is, I wouldn't have anywhere to play Hendricks. He would
Right.
literally not play it down for me because I run dime. Only one middle linebacker can play.
Right.
So that's why I felt like I had to go Hankins, and plus it's good for the pass rush. I didn't have any other D tackles.
Yeah, I think he's got like 93 power move also, so he gets in there, gets pretty good. Tampa Bay, are you gonna lab more today? Or are you gonna...
Yeah, I'm gonna see which runs are gonna beat the 4-3 under. So
you've seen the pressure he runs.
Yeah.
It's different than the 3-4 you faced from Tenacious. It's different than the dime 2-man under from D Jones.
Yeah.
Or quarters 2-man under. You got to go now against your third different defensive scheme. You gonna watch the archives? You already kind of know it from memory. Have you faced anybody else that runs something like it? Because he didn't have 4-3 in the first event.
Yeah.
So pressure wasn't really.
I know how the defenses ran, so I'm just gonna go practice. I'm just gonna go practice against it. I never ran slam one time versus Tenacious.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ran it every time he was in quarter versus D Jones. So I'm gonna know which runs are gonna work or which runs aren't gonna work. So
you don't really have. I like that. See, that's the type of stuff I like, and I think I've read some stuff online. Not about you, just about, these guys call the same play, or they don't know football, or they don't know this or that. But like you're the exact opposite of that. From game to game, you might do something one game that like the fact that you were calling counter. Like somebody mentioned it to me, like what is he doing out there? I'm like, I don't know, it's working. Like it's working.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying. Like, how can you run counter? You know what I mean? Because it's such a slow run, but when they run the 3-4 odd or the 3-4 under, it's like there's just one guy to get picked up. He gets picked up every time. So,
like how people's brain works, or at least how mine works, is like, okay, counter was good last year. They're gonna fix it up. They changed the handoff animation, it's slower. Now it's like a run you should never use because the inside zone's better. You get more bang for your buck. But it's not even. That's not. Yes, generally as a tip, if I was gonna tell my brother who doesn't know what to do, hey, should I run counter or inside zone? Well, you should run inside zone, but. He doesn't say against the 3-4 under with these exact circumstances. Same thing, like 0-1 trap was good last year. It's like much worse this year.
Yeah,
but if they set up inside zone D where like sometimes you can hit the other hole.
Plus, my inside zone, my best inside zone is in wide trips, and it has a tell. So that's also why I wasn't running it too much.
Yeah. Bucks playbook's got the shovel option. I'm just saying, if you want a free scheme,
I know. I was actually trying to run it before the tournament.
Who's the quarterback?
Carson Palmer.
It's not gonna work. I don't know.
He's like 74 speed. I don't know his speed.
Did he make all the throws you thought he could make when you took him? You took him early.
Yeah.
You happy with that pick, or did you have somebody else pop up that you would have rather taken?
I could have taken Eli. I think so. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I think Eli was the only one.
Boogs took Cam and Eli, I think.
So that was weird.
That was weird. Because that Cam is just not that great.
He's not good.
The Thanksgiving Cam's good, and I'm sure if there will eventually be another Cam at some point. He didn't get a Team of the Year, but, I mean, he's obviously in the running for... He's in the Super Bowl, and then he's in, the running for the MVP. They already have a Brady, so who knows if we'll get another Cam, but...
I think Cam would be the MVP.
Yeah.
I think that would be bad if he wasn't.
Do put on a show for sure.
Yeah.
Got like 5 minutes left if you're cool. Anything else you wanna get out there? What's the hashtag the takeover?
Yeah. Hashtag takeover.
So you came out here a week early to practice.
Yeah, it wasn't a week, like 3 or 4 days.
And you just got settled. I'd say like one thing I like about Problem's preparation is like the day of the tournament, he just like shows up on his own. Like he doesn't like he's been there before, so he like knows. Okay, I'm gonna show up an extra hour early. I like to go to this breakfast place. Like he doesn't. It's like Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't eat the food that the team eats. Probably he probably has like a chef that brings him like vegetable sushi, and he just like he's like he knows the routine, right? He's got his own routine.
Yeah.
So while the new guys are here and they're cool with San Francisco, this is neat.
Yeah,
we're getting sandwiches or something. Like, it's like no, thank you. I appreciate the sandwiches. I'm gonna head over early. I'm gonna get my prep in. Like, I'm gonna do what I like to do, and that's comfort zone stuff, you know.
Yeah, we were both at the venue right when it opened up. You know what I mean? So we played like 4 or 5 games, and then, you know, that's what works. You know what I mean? If you know what's gonna beat stuff, then you're gonna be in good shape. You know. So
yeah. Any other things? If you win this whole thing, A, what will you buy? B, will S. Gibbs be better than you?
S. Gibbs is not better than me.
No, he's not.
And I probably won't buy anything. You know.
Just put it in the bank.
Put it in the bank.
Treat your lady to something nice.
Yeah, we'll probably go on vacation or something.
Yeah.
Probably go somewhere, I would assume. But
That's cool. Get some packs. Who knows?
get some packs.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. The Madden Challenge is back. This is a cool event. Madden Bowl is going to be sweet. So, you know, win or lose, just try and enjoy it, because once a year it's Madden Bowl. Just the players there, like the experience. EA puts on a very good show, and so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy it, win or lose, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially now, you know what I mean? If I would have lost first round, second round, probably would have been really upset. Not that this game doesn't matter. I mean, it matters more than any of the other games, but, you know, I'm just happy to be here now.
Cool. Yeah, now that yeah.
I can enjoy myself now.
At this level. All right, that's Serious Mo. If you guys got any questions for him, hashtag Madden Challenge. I'll see if I can ask him. But he's going to get to preparing for Thursday night, the finals, his game against Skimbo. $10,000 if he loses, $20,000 if he wins. So, reason to go train for Mo beyond just the belt, which is sweet, and the legacy that he goes. He's been one of the best tournament players. Now he's got a chance in the Madden Challenge finals to just cement it. It's known, but it's like now it goes in the record books, per se. All right, man, thanks for coming on. I'll catch up with you later. Peace out. All right, we have the other competitor. We talked with Mo. Now we're talking with Skimbo, Michael Skimbo. You like Michael over Mike?
Yeah, I do.
I like it. Yeah. I like that. I can respect that. So you're playing on Thursday night, February 4th at Madden Bowl. You're going to be one of the happiest people at Madden Bowl, win or lose. I can't tell you why yet, but just trust me. You're going to be very, very happy.
Okay.
You played yesterday. You had 2 opponents. You played against Shugs, and you played against Problem.
Yeah.
We're going to go through the bracket real quick. We'll talk about the games you saw. Where'd you watch the games yesterday when you weren't playing? Did you sit in the audience? Did you sit backstage? What was like your whole overall experience yesterday?
I was just sitting in the audience the whole time until I think it was Mo and Tenacious game, because I finally played my first game after that. So like the last quarter of that game, I went in the back and like sat by myself and prepared myself mentally and just thought about what I need to do.
Yep. Now you play tennis in real life in college?
Man, I was a really good high school baseball and basketball player. I went to college to play baseball.
Yeah.
I tore my labrum, left-handed pitcher, so I started playing tennis right-handed, and I played college tennis right-handed. Was an all-conference performer.
That's so dope.
That was like 30 pounds ago.
So you know how to prepare for sports matches. Is it the same mentality preparing for a game of real sports as it is preparing for a game of Madden? Like you know what you got to do. You got to execute. You think about your game plan.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people might like want to joke when I compare like me playing sports to like a video game.
Yep.
But it's actually a lot of the same thing. You have to prepare yourself mentally, and just like sports, if you want to be good at Madden, just like you want to be a good pitcher, you got to work on it. And I worked on, Madden. So
once you got the Jaguars playbook,
I called that.
Yeah,
I called it.
You called it before you drafted.
That?
Yeah, Gibbs was like, he said he was going to get Jaguars. I was like, did he want Jaguars, or he just said he was going to get it?
I just knew it was going to pop up. I told, give it RG. I don't remember who it was. I said, well, if there's only 1-4-3 playbook and the others are 3-4s, I guarantee it's going to be Jags, because it always happens. Boom, all 3-4s, 1-4-3, Jaguars. So I was like,
I got Jaguars against, so Gibbs and I, the servers were down, so we couldn't play MUT, so we played head-to-head against each other. Random playbooks. I got Jaguars, not one inside zone in the entire playbook.
Not very good.
Not good for me. Good for you, though.
It's not really a good playbook at all. The audibles for Shotgun Bunch are actually not good either.
Yeah. You ran some halfback draws.
I did.
And they kind of worked.
Well, the first game I did, because Shugs was like rushing 2, 3.
Yeah, quarters,
and,
3 deep.
And he was lurking on a cornerback to take away the Z-spot route or the corner route. And it was just, I knew, like, I couldn't win the game by doing what I was doing. I was like, I'm going to have to do something.
Hey, I know we're in San Francisco, but we're trying to record a Muckcast here. Stop honking your horns out there. It's wild out there, out this window. Yeah, he went quarters 3 deep. He was dropping his safeties. Alshon Jeffrey was going deep in your first game.
Yeah, I got away with it one route. One route I had a bomb over the top with Alshon Jeffrey, and he didn't let me get that pass again. So,
Anthony Barr had a pick on your first drive.
Yeah,
that was sick. What happened?
Well, like I talked to RG. I was like, and I watched film on Shugs. I played him last year. I haven't played him this year, but I played him last year. Shugs, one of Shugs' favorite thing is a bullet slant to or any kind of route to a wide receiver. It's quick. He sees it, he throws it, he fits it in between that cover 2 and the light blue and that deep blue. And I knew, like, his very first pass, so I was going to lurk over here. And as soon as he snapped the ball and I had Barr, I knew I was just lurking that whole route. I said, you can see me over the top, but I knew that's his first read. And I knew I was going to pick him off at least one time that game. I didn't know when, and it happened to be that very first time. So I knew that route was coming. Like, I studied what he did. I knew that route was coming, so I jumped it when I had to.
Went up 14-0 after that.
Yeah.
He came down, scored 14-7.
I dropped 2 picks that drive. I went back and watched every game today.
Yeah.
I went back and watched every game. I didn't realize. I thought I got lucky because I got that fumble because he had ball and I was up 3. But when I went back and watched the game, I dropped 6 picks and 2 of them when I was up 14-0 at his own 20, and he converted a 4th and 10.
Yeah, there's an early 4th down.
When I was
went for it.
A 14-0, I would have been at my own 20, and I would have just thrown like rockets or something.
What was the route?
What?
When he went for it on 4th and...
It was like a post route. He was about to get sacked, and it went through Barr, 6'5", went right over the top of him, and it fitted in between my deep blue and my user.
Right.
And he got hit and hung on to it, and it was like, I think he got hit. I'm not sure, but that was a big play because I could have been up 21-0, and he fought, and I got that fumble. That was big.
Fumble was big. Who forced it?
Silver cornerback. I don't know.
Just random?
I
didn't think it was Chancellor.
Sherman or Chancellor.
Yeah. So then you went up. He had 3 turnovers early, but somehow it felt like the game was still close.
Yeah.
But you weren't turning the ball over. Like, is that I was saying to Mo, is that like a learning how to win thing? Like, you're playing Shugs, he's gonna hang in every game because he's just like done it too much. Whereas like some of the younger guys, they get down and they like it snowballs on them. Like Tenacious against Mo, like it snowballed against them.
Yeah.
Whereas like the older guys, they just don't go away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take anything from Tenacious, but it was very similar, like different defenses, but by problem and Shugs, but very similar because I got off to a big lead,
right?
But I never played bad. It's just they never went away, and I had to keep playing perfect because if I didn't, oh my gosh, we got a game, and we'll talk about the problem game later.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened. So.
Yeah. So then the Shugs game in the second half. You don't really go away. I mean, you run gun much. Everyone knows it. Yeah. No one's really stopped it.
Yeah.
You just throw the rock. Like, fourth quarter, you're like, I got to end this game, but I got to also do that by potentially scoring. Like, do you ever think, like, I should just run 3 fullback dives and, like, punt?
No, never. I just want to keep scoring, get touchdowns. Usually pays off. And I have a lot of confidence in my defense. Like, I didn't think anyone moved the ball on me yesterday, so... If anything, I thought I was just going to give my defense another chance to get out there and make a stop for me. That's how I looked at it.
You were getting pressure under center against Shugs. He went there to try and pick up some of the pressure. It wasn't working. It's just too much.
I think he was just doing it wrong. Under center could actually work against that defense if it really wanted to. But, he wasn't doing the right stuff out of it. So
cool. I wasn't expecting... I know your offense was great in the first event. I thought your defense was... But you didn't have your playbook. Like, I didn't put that all together.
You guys get on to me for, moaning and crying about that.
Yeah,
I told you guys. I said that's why I was upset the most. It doesn't take any special bunch for me.
But everyone, when they talk about it, they just say he has, like, the best offense.
Any bunch is, like, in almost any playbook.
Right.
So I'm not worried about getting my offense. I just want that 1-4-3 defense because, like, honestly, 80% of the time, bunch is going to be in there.
Right.
So I ran 3-4 even. The last tournament looked awful. And I was just thinking... If I will not win this tournament or have a good run if I don't get 4-3, and that's my.
And then
defense.
You get it,
Yeah.
And I hadn't really seen it in the tournament setting. Obviously, people out there that follow you know that you run it, but you ran it and it was nasty. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, he's good.
It's just different.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's not your normal bunch, you know? Got weird reads out of there.
Interesting. Yeah, the draft champs format is tough because if you don't get the playbook, like it just becomes way harder than it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have that, like, once again, we'll get to the problem game later, but you ended up closing out the Shugs game.
Yeah.
What was like the X factor? Just not turning it over, or
finally adjusting, running HP draw when I had to.
Yeah.
I think that was a big key. I was kind of boxed for a little bit. I'll always say it. I was boxed. Like, and I have a lot. Like I said, I'll say this. I have a lot of respect for Shugs.
Yeah. No, he's
the one person I actually wanted to meet the most out here because I always respected his stream. I respected how he acts. Real classy. For the most part, I really like Shugs a lot. I thought he was a cool dude. I wanted to meet him, and he talked me up, I guess, to you. Was it you? Or
yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was talking about me before it all, and that's like...
I thought you guys knew each other because I was like...
Never met each other. Just knew each other through online mutual respect. Like, I had a lot of respect for him, so...
Because I think I saw him at the first event, and I was like, who do you think will come out? He's like, oh, this guy Skimbo's nasty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they must be boys. Because who else would say that nice things about him?
Not lab partners, but he just knew about me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like Shugs a lot. He's cool.
I like Shugs. He beat me in the Madden 25 Mud Invitational.
Did he really?
Finals. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was up 17-14 and a half. He returned the second half kickoff. I was running Z-Spot from Gun Bunch.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I
don't know if that dot works like it does in this one, but...
It was great. It had Randy Moss, too, because it was like, bring your own Mud team to the party.
Yeah.
And I just had the squad. But he beat me in that, so... Yeah. We've had that rivalry.
Y'all gotta stop hating on me taking 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Dante Culpepper was clutch. Like
Dante Culpepper, Yeah. I can't hate on you right now. You're in the.
Could you imagine though? Like if I put like I did, like Stafford. Oh, you guys would say, well, that's Stafford because he doesn't have that. That's what you guys were saying. I would miss some dots, but now
you took Stafford second, and then
I always take a quarterback first because you never know if one's going to pop up again. But Stafford wasn't like if it's like a '84 Carson Palmer.
Right.
I'm sticking with Carson Palmer.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think Matt Stafford's good?
I like to hit like little dots sometimes, like drags.
Yeah.
The worst feeling in the world. Is overthrowing a drag route to a safety, and he doesn't have the short throw accuracy, and I did not want to overthrow a drag
the defender
route.
Button. RG
and like I told you guys when I drafted, I want to blame it on myself, my reads. I don't want to blame it on an overthrow. I missed that throw, like Sherm's game against D. Jones a week ago. Had an open guy on the 4th down. He overthrew it with some gold quarterback.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, oh yeah.
An 87.
Right.
So that could easily happen to me with
Bugs in his open. I mean,
Cam Newton.
Yeah, the score. The difference was Bugs had to take a field
goal. He overthrew 2 wide open dudes.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have took Cam Newton though over Eli Manning.
He took him. I don't know.
That was not smart. He didn't play enough draft champions to do that.
I didn't think he.
His
RG said he like was good with the mobile flashback Vic. I just remember the D Jones game, like he couldn't get out of the pocket with Vic because the spy was there.
Well, with the D Jones game, I played D Jones over 10 times, and Boogs runs my offense. And so D Jones seen that offense so many times online,
right.
And Boogs never seen D Jones. So, and D Jones even said he's like, I thought I was playing you, so I knew every adjustment I needed to make.
Right.
And so Boogs wasn't ready for all that.
Yeah.
So you would say Boogs my boy, but I prepared D Jones.
How did you play D Jones? Just because you guys both are on the leaderboard so much?
Up.
You just match up.
I played him so much, I blocked him, so I stopped matching up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the split?
He started off like 2-0 on me. No, I won the first game, and then like he won the next 2 or 3. Then I went like 6-0 on him or something like that, and I was like, I've had enough of you because I was like, I'll probably see you down the road, and I'm tired of you just knowing what I'm gonna do.
Right.
So I blocked him.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so we had that game. He should have probably raised his hand. Is that what the players are saying? I missed the whole thing. So.
I mean, I guess he didn't raise his hand in class enough. I don't know. Ask questions, but yeah, he should have raised his hand because who plays with that camera angle?
Yeah, there was tournament staff, officials. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
He said, I believe last night after, he's like, yeah, no, I shouldn't have thrown all those picks. Like those are still on me regardless.
Yeah.
But the D Jones game, Neff and D Jones.
Oof, don't even need to talk about that.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Do you like D Jones going for 2? Would you ever go for 2? No.
Not in this Madden. And if D Jones went on for 2 on me, he would never get it. So I have D for him.
Skimbo and Shugs, you took that one down. Boogs and Problem, that opening game, that was just kind of like a back and forth.
I was really nervous for myself, whoever I played, because like the deal was with like Boogs, he knows what I was gonna run because he's played me this year, so he knew how to adjust. But I knew how to adjust to him. But the Problem, if I played Problem, I knew he wouldn't know what to do at the beginning of the game, and it showed with my defense because it's different.
Right.
But I knew on offense, I knew I had to be so crisp. I said this to RG. I said, my second and third reads have to be so sharp today because that first read, Problem's going to take it away every time.
Mm-hmm.
And he just played Books, who runs my offense, so I need to be even better because he just saw a whole game of pretty much playing me on offense. And if I'm not perfect...
Boogs had the drag to the tight end. He said, you don't like to do that.
No.
And you're not going to change your style.
No.
But Jared Cook probably had 1,000 yards receiving in that game.
You were
just like, no.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's his thing.
I thought you were faking it, that you weren't going to do it, then you were definitely going to do it.
No, because I'll just say now how to block the scrape. I'll block the tight end and slide protect left, and it'll never come in. It'll never come in. If you block the tight end on the line and slide left, scrape will never come in, ever.
There you go.
That's why I put the running back on the whip. He ain't got to block because I know everyone's going to get blocked. It just, the block shed, like hold off that block shed. And how the angle is, I can roll out right, too, and just playmaker people up like I did. So, scrape, I don't worry about scrape.
Were you pleased with Alfred Morris's performance?
Very pleased.
You pointed at him on the screen when
I was
you drafted
very
him.
pleased with Alfred, Morris's performance. He never fumbled the ball for me.
Yep.
He caught every whip route out there. I mean, I can't complain. He did great. I was very happy with Alfred. And at the end, when I kept running the ball against Problem, he got hit stick like 2 times and he hung on the ball, and I was like, I should have probably nailed it.
Right.
But I thought maybe, make him burn a timeout, get a touchdown, then it's secured. Like, I got this.
Did you dove to go up 10 rather than go up 14?
Yes.
You broke a long run, right?
Yeah.
I liked it.
Well, the reason why, and I do this in my money games, and I've done it for 2 years now, I said, if someone's going to beat me on an onside kick, you're not going to beat me by me going to score early. You have 3 timeouts with like 2 minutes left. You go score a quick touchdown in like 15 seconds, and all you do is have to lock up one time. You get the ball. I'm thinking, let's make it 2 possessions. You burn your timeouts. By the time I get ball again, I just need a nil. It's done. It's just, will you get that onside kick? Like,
right.
We'll get into that later.
And it's extremely, it's pretty low chance.
Yeah.
Now, the Mo D. Jones game, I was talking to Mo. I said, I called before the game. Obviously, everyone knows Deshaun Jackson, but Malcolm Floyd, serious problem out there.
True.
He was big in previous events, and then Mo picked him up, hit some downfield passes. He got a stop on D. Jones. D. Jones quick threw a 3rd and 7, and there was just dudes in the middle of the field, and then he had to punt. Mo hit that pass.
Yeah.
And it was a struggle from there. D. Jones' offense didn't have the high-powered receivers, I guess, that he needed to take down Mo.
Yeah, I compare my game with Shugs very similar to Mo's game with D. Jones because we were both low-key. Our reads were not all there because the defense was just that good. But if you look, Mo was 2 for 2 or 3 for 3 on aggressive catches.
Right.
And when he needed it, he threw up a lob and clicked wide. Not a read. He said, please catch it. And I did the same thing as Shugs. I was locked. Threw it up to my tight end, Cameron. Please come down. Alshon Jeffrey threw it up.
The Cameron in the middle of the field, the spectacle.
We don't need to get into that.
Time. So in the Mo game, he went downfield to D. Jones. D. Jones couldn't really keep the pace there.
It was a good game.
Still in the game, Mo was pretty animated during that game, wanted the win against D. Jones, for sure. Now he's going into the Madden NFL Live Challenge here. Then you watched the Problem Boogs game. You realized, all right, you're about to play Problem. And we'll get it out of the way. We'll say Problem, still the best. Still, you proved yesterday in this game that you could obviously take him down. Anyone is beatable on any day. Yeah. But still, over the course of the career, amazing player, deserves all the praise. But yesterday,
deserves it all. He really does. Yeah.
Yesterday, though, you jumped on it. You took your opportunity, like Top said, and you went in. You come out of that game. You go up 7-0 on your opening drive. You get ball. You prefer to kick?
I prefer to kick, but you know how the settings were. I was on receive. I received the ball in both games.
Yeah.
So
you go up 7-0.
Yeah.
he throws a weird interception on like 3rd and 7 or something.
I had him on 3rd and 16.
Yeah.
He tried to run the ball 2 times, blew up the inside zone, and I thought that was gonna like show him a message like stop running inside zone, but he kept.
That's what I thought.
We'll get into it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw up a 3rd and 16 pass, and like if he bulleted it, he would have got it. But he lobbed it because he was scared because I put a light blue over there. But he was coming down on his like flat route, so he would have had a first down there if he would just bullet and clicked A. But he lobbed, and then he tried to click A.
I think he tried to possession because it was on the sideline.
He should have gone up for it, but my cornerback came over and just made the sickest play.
Like Trey Waynes?
Yeah, that's the sickest play I've seen in so long on Draft Champions. When I thought he was out of bounds, I was like, dang, he's out of bounds. All of a sudden, I saw the camera angle do that funky little thing. I go, that's why I was like, no way, he just picked that off. And it showed me I did. I was like, let's go.
That was huge. So then you go right back in 14-0.
Right.
Next drive, I think he goes for it. I think he got down into field goal range, but then you sacked him out of field goal range.
Right,
he went for it on like 4th and long.
And he got sacked again.
Got sacked. Go up 21-0.
He took a lot of sacks. I don't know how many times I sacked him, but like someone was saying,
5 or 6.
I only picked him off like 2 times only, but one of those Cam Chancellors, he missed a wide open dot over the middle, which we'll talk about later. Yeah, he had him wide open, and that crazy pick. But the problem, I thought I could have lurked him a lot of times, but I think he got hesitant against that defense because he kept clutching, and I kept sacking him and hitting him. Like, I just felt like he wasn't comfortable running those routes because he really was double clutching the ball a lot. Like, I could just tell he was not comfortable.
Did you, like, run defensively, you felt like you could stop it enough?
It felt great until
the long run.
It felt great until I was up 21-0 and he busted one, broke 2 tackles in the backfield and somehow scored a touchdown. But
when it was 21-0, were you, like, what was your thought? Were you like, is this happening right now?
No, I just thought let's just blow
You're
it.
just still playing the game.
No,
You're just like you didn't even think about anything else. You're just like
I was thinking let's blow this guy out. Like I want to blow him out right now. I was like I don't want to just win. Like I want to blow him out. That's what was going through my head. Like let's just not even let him get into this. Let's I think you guys said when they're drowning,
throw water at him.
And I was, just you gotta close out, and I didn't until the end.
So 21-7 after the long run, just like great play, amazing play. But then you score 28-7.
Yeah, how did I score? Oh, dot over the middle, and I threw the spec. Yeah, went up 28-7 then.
28-7. Then it's before the half. He's driving back down to make it 28-14.
Yeah.
Instead of, it looked like the right seam was going to be there.
Oh, it was.
With like possibly a touch pass or just a little bit, not quite, just a little bit in there.
He had no timeouts with 21 seconds, and I probably should have came out and cover 4 if I was smart, but I'm not. And so I come out and cover 2, like a dumb, you know what? And I just got lucky. But if you really look at it, that pick on the left side when he had RB over the middle, the 2 people in the area code was there.
Yeah.
Which was so cool. I looked at it, I didn't even realize it was so neat, man. I was thinking Legion of Boom. I was like, because it was Richard Sherman over there that stuck with him and Cam Chancellor over there. I was like, those Seahawks are just, and I was wearing the jerseys for the Seahawks. I was like, it was kind of cool. Like, I didn't realize it till the end. I was like, Sherman was over there, like, clogging them up. So he was like, and then, Cam went up there and took it.
Yeah, so you didn't, I was talking to Mo, he said, I was like, you didn't get a 2-man interaction there. You just got a strafe. Chancellor just cut it off and took out all the dice out of the equation. Just picked it.
I didn't get 2-man, but Richard Sherman was there enough.
Oh yeah, he was
to
in there.
throw it off.
Oh, for
everything.
Sure, for sure.
He stuck long enough.
Did you click on to Chancellor or did he just square up?
Look, I know Rex says click on.
Yeah,
I ain't clicking on.
Team no click on.
I am team no click on. I am team no. Let's mess up that he's not in the area because he clicked on, because they'll take out the 2-man interaction or whatever because my user's just that bad. So. No team, no click on. Cam Chancellor, it looked like I clicked on with it. Like a strafe and went straight up.
Yeah, that's what it looked
like. It looked like an old school pick, like how he gets there and clicks
12.
strafe and just goes up there and catch. No, that was Cam.
It just happened.
Yep.
So that was huge because instead of 28-14 with problem getting the ball, it was 28-7. He got the ball scored 28-14.
Yeah, I'm playing perfect at that point.
You're driving down the field, 28-14. You throw to Alshon Jeffrey. It gets tipped, and he picks it in the end zone.
I went back and watched that. It was not a bad read. Because,
it wasn't a bad read.
Because there's 2 people in the area code, and I was thinking, where the hell did this dude come from to get that animation? He came off a corner out man and came over there. So it wasn't a light blue, a deep blue. He was in a man-to-man on a flat, and when I threw the ball, I've never seen them come off a man-to-man like this, but he literally sprinted and went to the ball, and it was the coolest thing in the world, really.
When he picked it, were you just like, what have I done?
Well, when he picked it, I knew I was just going to have to, lock up.
Right.
But he kept running the ball.
Yeah. So it's 28-14, and he picked it, and that was when I was like, if this is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I was just like, I was like,
let's probably have some magic.
Yeah, I'm like, don't do this. Like, don't destroy this man's dreams.
I know, man. I just thought I had to lock up because I thought I had locked up. He only scored 14 points. I was locking him up, but he kept running the ball.
Yeah.
And he kept getting yards. But his first 3 drives, I was boom. And I didn't change my defense. He was running the same stuff. And I think URG said this. He has 99 ball carry, and he does.
Yeah.
Man, he has the sickest thing.
It's like his double cuts. He sets up the gap. It's weird.
I don't know what he's
like
doing,
really
but
weird.
like people that aren't even in the play, their ankles break. And I don't understand. Like one play, I was gonna click on, and they had me click on a guy 15 yards over here for no reason, and my dude fell on the ground. And I said, "What? Like, how is he making dudes that aren't even around fall on the ground?" And he can.
Right.
But that's just a lot of repetition. That do that.
So 28-21, he scores.
Yeah.
Then you get the ball, and I said, Skimbo's got the ball, and somehow all the pressure on him, even though he's up 7 with the ball.
Yeah.
But then you just
There was pressure on him.
drove
I
down.
felt the pressure.
Yeah. Drove down, scored, or kicked a field goal.
28-7.
28-7 up to 28-21, and then was it 31-21, or did you get...
I want to say...
I'm trying to think if that was like the last drive or if there was one more of the finish.
No. I got a field goal.
Got a field goal. So you went up 10.
I had to because I only won by 3.
You eventually broke it a run, and then you went down. So there was like that whole end sequence. But I'm trying to think, was there another whole touchdown gap swing in there or not?
Oh my God, I can't remember.
We'll have to check the tape.
20.
When you're playing a game, it's like hard to remember the exact details.
Yeah, I'm surprised you even remember all this,
Yeah.
to be honest, because
Yeah.
I can't remember some of this.
I just remember like the back and forth, and I remember specifically the 28-21, like the 28-14 pick. I remember because I was like, "Uh-oh."
I think I scored a touchdown.
Yeah, and then I think he scored, and then I think you tried to run out the clock, and
Well,
you did.
I do remember this, though. I was up 7. Like I said, he has 3 timeouts with like 2 minutes left. And I kept hitting the flat on Morris to the left side, and I was just waiting for him to make that adjustment. And that Mike Scrape, your deep blue on the left side is in a deep blue. Well, he finally took a chance, and hopefully I missed the read, because I always have that kind of left on the street.
Mhm.
I saw him put on a light blue. I would have never noticed this. I'm going to let you know something. Literally, 2 days before I came here, I played a money game against a guy named Javon Stimson, whatever, Young Bull is what they call him. He's a really good player. And he's the first one I saw try to stop it, and I was missing that read the whole game. And then I realized, like, in the middle of the game, like, oh my gosh, that dot's been
He's
open.
not covering anybody on the left
So
side.
then
of
I
the
saw
screen.
him make that same adjustment I just saw on Mike Scrape, like, 2 days ago. And I saw that out of the corner of my eye, because I always look here, but all of a sudden I see out of my left, I see the cornerback shooting down. I took a chance. I didn't know if he tried to man him up,
Right.
but he didn't. He just kept that deep blue in a deep blue. And I chunked it, and, fit it in there. So.
Yeah, that was big. I think that was a touchdown. Then he had to like drive all the way down. Took a lot of time.
Yeah,
scored.
but he hit that dot.
He kept his 3 timeouts.
He hit that dot, though.
Oh, the deep ball? Yeah, I called that from like a mile away.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I kept giving away the
Yeah.
curl because I knew that route was going to get open, but Anthony Barr, was keeping up. All of a sudden, when he threw it, Anthony Barr, went really slow.
Dude, he had the left stick pocket presence to like avoid the blitzers, just hang out there.
I know.
I'm like, this is happening.
I know.
This is happening.
That was crazy.
Touchdown.
That was really good by him.
And then the onside kick, you just cross your fingers. You got it.
But we talked about that.
Yeah.
My guy muffed it for 1 second.
Oh yeah.
I watched my dude missed it, and then I think Cameron or some wide receiver picked it up. I was like,
When you onside kick, right? It's like a 10% chance or less. I think in the NFL it's like 14% or 25%. So they try and reflect the same.
the draft champions.
Success,
you
right?
never know. What draft
You never know.
champions.
So generally, like 8 out of 10 times, you'll just instantly catch the ball, no chance, like super easy.
Yeah.
1 out of every 10, you'll like muff it, but your team somehow jumps on it. But like once your dude drops it, it's like hot potato.
Right.
And then 1 out of 10, you'll drop it, and then it'll be a pile up, and the other team will get it. That's like kind of how it works. This was not the 8 out of 10 instant catch. It was like the 1 out of 10 quick muff, but you were
Yeah.
able to scoop it pretty quick.
Yeah, not only that, not only when I scooped it, I thought his stick was coming too.
True.
It was
I
like,
think he was holding RB.
yeah, he tried. I saw that
because I
animation.
think he tried to strip, which is pretty sharp stuff.
Yeah.
So Dude, it was intense. You're going to Madden Bowl Thursday night. It's a big, fun party, but it's not a party for you. It's a business trip.
Yeah.
If you win, you're going to take your lady somewhere nice. You're going to go get a phone.
I always take her somewhere nice. I mean, it is what it is. Just get back,
Put it in the bank.
Yeah, let's put it in the savings account.
You and Mo both going to the bank, apparently, not going to, like...
Did he say he's putting in the savings account, too?
Yeah, he was just like, nah, I'm not really going to buy anything. I'm like, all right.
Like I said, I'm happy with my life. I mean, I have a really good life. Like, this is just icing on the cake, really. Like, it's fun, and I love it. Like, life's good for me right now, and hopefully it's a lot better tomorrow if I win.
Yeah. Win or lose, you still...
That's what you're saying, so I got to ask you a question.
Yeah, uh-oh.
I'm going to be rocking my white sweats and gray hoodie again because it showed a little luck. I'm going to rock it again.
The white sweats, am I going to trash the white sweats?
I don't care if you do or not, really, but here's the thing. If it's supposed to be a party, do I need to bring some nice clothes afterwards to change into?
Yeah, you should. If you... Yeah, I would bring an outfit.
Okay.
Just because if you win, you'll get paraded around.
That's all I need to hear.
And it's going to
Would they give me time to go get changed in that or what?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There'll be players there. There'll be NFL players there. There'll be some musical performances.
Don't ruin it too much.
Stuff like that.
Don't ruin it.
Just a cool experience.
Yeah. That's what you said. You made it sound good. Even if I lose, we're gonna have a fun time. Of course, I want to win, but
yeah, win or lose, you'll have fun.
I even said yesterday if I didn't win or I got bounced out, I met NFL players for the first time yesterday, which was really neat.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, we don't have an NFL team, so we have Oklahoma City Thunder.
The Thunder. Thunder, not bad. I need some tennis tips. S. Gibbs, possibly the worst tennis player of all time.
You guys go and play tennis sometimes?
Every day.
Do y'all really?
I swear.
No.
Yeah, in across the street from him, where we live, there's a cardio tennis. We play every day from 6:30 to 7:30.
That's cool, man.
So we're in
It's
training.
good for you too.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's what I love about tennis and just like sports in general is once you get good enough in tennis, and it's the same thing with golf, right? You get competent, and you can basically then hit every shot over the net.
Yeah.
Like once you get to that level with golf,
But it's like
I can hit 150 yards. Then you go, I'm gonna hit this one a little harder.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna try and put this here, and then you mess up.
But
You're like, why would I try and do that?
Yeah, it does get frustrating though. If you have it down, all of a sudden one day you don't have it at all, and you just want to bang your racket or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know.
Golf's the same way. Like there'll be water in front of the hole, and you'd be like, I know this club only goes 150, but I needed 155. I bet I can do it. And then you hit it directly in the water where you should have hit it, and you're like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of managing the game. Like you got to manage the sport of tennis, and then you're playing against other people. You got to attack their weaknesses. It's all ages,
Yeah, that's true.
There's like an 80-year-old dude.
Go after the backhand.
Yeah. There's an 80-year-old dude. I drop shot in front of him all the time because he can't move.
Does he hit it low and flat too? Like an old.
Yeah,
That's all those old people. They hit it low and flat and hard. Just
like he can't move, and then I always knock him out at King of the Court. And then
King of the Court's a great game.
Yeah, it's basically we play King of the Court for 45
It's
minutes.
awesome. Yeah.
It's so good.
How many does it take to get over?
Just one.
That's it.
Because you gotta, it's cardio, so you gotta get your jog on. But
it's quick.
But I'm always like, am I mean if I? Because there's two people, and sometimes there'll be a good player, and then sometimes there'll be like a horrible player.
Yeah.
And if I can hit it back, I always hit it back.
Sucks playing doubles with a horrible player.
Yeah. And I always hit it to that person. I'm like, am I mean for doing that?
No. You want to win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even though it's like the most non-official thing ever.
Who cares?
It's just that competition level.
Right.
I think you guys both have nothing to lose either. Like this is how I see it.
I definitely think I have nothing to lose.
Right.
I feel I have nothing to lose. So
there's like for Mo, he came up. He was too young to go to one of the Madden Challenge events. He got to go to one.
He's been to one.
Got to go to one, and then it was just gone for a couple years. He competed, did the best he could with the tournaments that were available. But
Mo won every tournament.
Yeah.
I've been to 6 tournaments now or 8. Mo's knocked me out of every one of them except 1 or 2. I made it to the final 8 in almost every tournament I've been to, and then there's Mo who knocks me out. I've said it for a while. Mo's been my kryptonite the last 3 years. Every tournament I've made a deep run in that I thought it was my time, Mo's not on the other side. He's always been on my side, and Mo's always knocked me out of a good game. when people were talking me up, just
Right.
like right now. But I got a live tournament win over him this year in the Dallas 10K tournament. We met in the semifinals, and I finally beat him. It's like got the monkey off my back. So
It's legit.
hopefully I can beat him again.
But like I said, so you see what it takes to put together like the whole event yesterday. The commissioner, God, everybody's in on this from EA side. It's the challenge. Like they're bringing it back, and they did it right. And going forward, like there's going to be a lot of opportunity. So for guys like you and Mo who are young and want to carry that torch, like there was 15,000 people watching yesterday. And so there's a big opportunity to not just show you're great at the game, but like, you know, you're a great dude too. So like represent that and just be proud. Like you made it to this level. You just got one more game left, and it'll be amenable.
And it's gonna hurt though, since I went through the qualifier. Like Mo deserved his free, you know, to get there. But I went through a lot of stuff to get here, and to come this far and to lose in the finals, like, I mean, I'm not gonna cry, but that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm probably gonna stop playing Madden for at least a week because
I'll
just say, you know, I'll be whatever when I, you know, a lot of money, yeah, you know, that's cool, but going through what I've had to go through going through the leaderboard, the online play,
both sides,
64, then a round robin online, then a round robin offline in Burbank, and then what happened yesterday, and then I have to go through Shucks, who's a great player, Problem, who's a great player, and then to go through all that and lose tomorrow, like, that's gonna sting. Like, that happens.
You just want to play your best game. Anything else? Like, just hope you play your best game. Like you said, it's on you. You want it on you. You don't want it on Culpepper.
No excuses tomorrow. Like, if I lose, I lose. It's gonna be me making reads. That's it.
Cool. All right, man. Appreciate you stopping down for the Muckcast. We'll have to see how everything turns out at the challenge. Twitch.tv/EA Sports, spot to watch. Until the next Muckcast, thank you very much to Skimbo and Mo. You can catch those guys on Twitter. I'll put the link to their stuff in the description. Lock up. See you tomorrow.